going, everybody? It's your boy Davey on everything, and welcome back to the Everything is Broken podcast, our first official episode in our new studio, aka my kitchen. So ignore the decor. The banner will be back one day.
Yeah, and same with our We Are Not Doctors sign, of course. Also, thanks for tuning in. This is Dan Davey TV coming at you live, episode 12, New Year's special. What up? What up? It is what it is.
Episode 12 for the 12th month, although this will probably won't come out until the new year, obviously.
Oh.
We're still working on the lighting too, so, whatever. Fuck off on that.
Yeah.
It's going to be good one day. So yeah, lots going on. Obviously, this is our New Year's special. And it's just fucking with things over there. You want the pen? Take it. Get it. Get it. This is going to be our permanent location. It's pretty cool. We're going to work on getting the lighting a little better because it just seems dark to me. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
But so this is our new studio. We're going to be pumping out episodes hopefully more and more here. It's a little bit easier, a little bit more accessible than the store's locker.
The locker was, yeah.
The locker just, it made us feel like we were doing something, though, Now we're just at my house.
Yeah, just hanging out.
That's okay, though. That's all right.
Couple of buds being buds.
Yeah. This episode is sponsored by Broken Glass. I am going to do that. I'm going to plug my shit later, so, stay tuned for that.
You're either with it now or you're with it later, right? So you're tuning in.
So what's going on these days? What's bothering you? What's pissing you off right now?
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yeah.
As Peter Griffin would say.
What are you thinking? What has been annoying you in the news? Anything? You've been pretty positive.
I try to keep positive as always, but I mean, there's always that one person that sits there and tries to bug you, right? Pokes and prods until you finally break.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was like unprepared Christmas shoppers was pretty annoying. Everyone lining up to do like last minute shopping.
Yeah.
Getting angry at people like, oh, that's the last honey ham, like shit
like
that.
Fuck, those honey hams are hard to get.
Something
man.
like that.
Yeah, I went Christmas shopping on the day. I guess it was like the day before Christmas Eve. I got the last couple things, and the mall was pretty. It was in the afternoon though, so it was like a bunch of dads and shit getting gifts.
Nice.
It wasn't too busy, but I'm sure Christmas Eve or that night was probably insane for shoppers. Yeah, that's why you got to go in during the daytime.
I don't know. For me, I was picking up last minute things for like turkey dinners, all that, and it was like, well, this is gonna suck. Go to the grocery store. I'm not doing it.
There's a million people.
Yeah, millions of people. Like the whole for me the Santa Park Stairs area.
Mm-hmm.
That parking lot was completely full, head to toe.
Damn.
You couldn't move. I was like, the underground parking was anyway, and I was like, I'm not doing the outside one. It was snowing way too bad.
So they just fucked off. You left.
I left. I went home.
You didn't get a turkey.
No, I brought
Swanson's.
Swanson's.
Nice. The lonely man's Christmas dinner.
Hunger man meal,
There's some things that obviously have been angering me. I love to get angry about things.
We all do. We all do.
Whether it be fighting people on Facebook with no end and no real purpose, or just watching videos that upset me.
What's that saying about stupidity? Like if you argue with an idiot, you'll never win because they have more experience.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know I'm an idiot, but they're idiots too.
Exactly.
Neither of us are qualified to comment on this subject. That's what I think in my head when I'm arguing with people.
Everybody's a professional doctor, remember?
Yeah. I was arguing with, I thought he was a guy, but it ended up being a girl, I'm pretty sure. There's no real pictures of them on the internet.
Okay. And
I was arguing with them about, they were basically saying that, we're wage slaves, we're slaves. It's there wasn't an implication they said that,
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just said the post was about you get dimes from your boss and blah blah blah. I say, well, if you want to get dollars, be the boss.
Yeah.
And someone called me a bootlicker, and they said that's when they talked saying that we were slaves.
Yeah.
I was a bootlicker.
Okay.
And my thing was just it was a long argument. It was a long argument, but my thing was well, at least I have the choice to have a shitty job here or a shitty job there, or I could get a better job. Real slaves they didn't have any kind of option. You were a slave and that was it.
Yeah.
And there's still slaves today.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I said. Well, you could tell that to the real slaves out there. I have the choice. So
no kidding.
That's my argument with them, and I just I said well, imagine I'm this is obviously just somebody coming from a place of entitlement.
Yeah.
That you have sure maybe you're poor or something in the United States.
Entitlement mentality is plagued
It's
years.
like society now.
Oh yeah.
Like this guy is probably poor in the United States, which means he has a roof and electricity and water.
First world
and
problems,
food.
right?
First world problems.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I guarantee anybody in a developing nation would switch spots with you in a second.
Yeah. Living. They'll live that below that poverty line too.
Yeah. What you're complaining about is nothing. Complaining about your lack of initiative is what I like to think of it. Like if you don't want to. Oh, excuse me. It's the Budweiser. That's why you stick to Coors. If you don't want to have all these like bad situations, you can work yourself out of it in the West, in America, in Canada. You can work yourself out of it. So I just say always like go spend a week in Zimbabwe or something.
Developing country somewhere.
Go spend somewhere there. I guarantee you come back and you're gonna be like, oh man, my problems weren't so bad.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? If you think you're a slave, go live the life of an actual slave, which there's probably I think there's 20 to 40 million slaves.
In active captivity?
Yeah, right now.
Holy.
Which is mostly in Asia, the South Pacific, and the Middle East. But, again, not really. America's not making the top list of places of slaves.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you think you're a slave, it's because you're entitled.
Yeah.
Because, and this is an argument I have also, too, with, safety and stuff, right? People are like, we deserve safety, we deserve safety.
In what regard? Like work safety?
Yeah, they do deserve work safety.
Okay.
You deserve workplace safety. Don't do work. What's the
work smarter, not harder?
But we'll know your rights or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Right to life or whatever the fuck they say. But I mean, if I'm walking down the street.
Yeah.
100 years ago, if I was just walking in a dark spot and someone attacked me, it's kind of your fault.
You're dead in the street.
You're dead in the street, and you know what? You shouldn't have been. Everyone knew back in the day. Don't go to dangerous places if you don't want to be in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
People would actively avoid dangerous things if they could. Yeah. They knew survival. Well, now we got all these people that are just so goddamn, they don't understand that they're only safe because this world has been built. They think they're not safe, for one thing.
Right.
I live in a shitty neighborhood.
Okay.
I can walk around here no problem and there's just a bunch of bums and I don't really feel afraid or anything. But if this was 1,000 years ago and I'm just walking down a dangerous spot, nobody's going to save me. I'm fucked if I get attacked, right? You're just there on your own and no one cares if you die, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, people complain. Well, people are confident. They're like, I should be able to go anywhere I want.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You can. But there's consequences.
To your actions, exactly.
Right?
Look at me.
Yeah. Men are predators. I can't go in the alleyway. You shouldn't. I wouldn't go in the alleyway.
Yeah.
If I get attacked in the alleyway, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Because no one owes you safety. And these people are criminals that are doing this. You're not reasoning with these people either. So you just have to be yes, we live in the safest country in the world, probably.
Close.
You still have to act with some sense.
Yeah.
That there are people that don't care about your safety. And people around here forget that too. I shouldn't have to worry about where I walk. Well, sorry that you have to be a little concerned. Even though we have police and firefighters and all this stuff that has made your world so much safer, there's still dangers.
What?
Even when I was in, people paint the United States as this everywhere is a place you could get killed tomorrow. Yeah. No, man, it's so fucking safe there compared to most of the world. So I remember just being when I was down there last in Florida. I think it was my mom was worried that my brother, she didn't want my brother to walk out and go to Walmart,
go to the store to buy some milk for cereal, or
some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, this is a tourist place. We live in the United States of America, and he's just a guy walking down the road amongst all these hotels. He's fine. What's gonna happen to him? Yeah. The chances are pretty low. Yeah. So, I don't know. Another thing people don't appreciate is how safe they have it. Because we built institutions and we've built communities.
It's not like when we pulled up to Detroit.
Yeah. Detroit, trust me, there are unsafe places all over.
Oh, yeah.
Even in this country.
Yeah.
Not as many. But in the United States, sure. When we were in Detroit, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy could have robbed me, though. He didn't. I just gave him money.
Yeah. You have any change? Yeah, sure. Here you go.
We went down to Detroit. My hat is making a massive shadow on my forehead and it's driving me crazy.
There you go.
So we
Kevin
went
James.
down. Yeah, Kevin James in the cut. we went down to. Somehow this is going over 11 minutes.
There we go.
What? Did we
Don't
fix
question
it by accident?
Don't question it.
We went down to Detroit to see a Lil Wayne concert at the Fox Theater.
Yeah.
Shitty venue, small.
Yeah,
Remember the balcony? People
it was shaking the whole balcony.
You want to talk about safety?
Yeah.
Check that place out. But
unsafe.
when we were going down there, we went down early because we wanted to go to the MGM Grand Casino.
Yeah.
We just wanted to go to fuck around, and we wanted to see 8 Mile.
White Castle.
Yeah, we had White Castle. We did a bunch of stupid things you do.
Yeah.
But we did go to 8 Mile.
Yeah.
We got off. Right there's the sign. Go. I was driving, or Nick was driving. I was driving. Get off. We get on 8 Mile. All right, get on the next on ramp. Right on to the next one because we were like, we're not fucking around here. You get stopped at a stoplight.
Yeah.
Could be bad news. Because there are places, like I'm actually contradicting myself right now.
Yeah.
Because I just said that we live in the United States and it's super safe, but
yeah.
Generally speaking, obviously there's places where you don't want to go. And that's what I'm talking about. There are dangerous.
Yeah.
We knew to get off and get right back on.
Yeah.
Because we knew it wasn't a safe place to be, and why would we push our luck?
Dude, there was a car broken down on the highway. Like, multiple
just
cars.
a band, and they're all Buicks and Dodges and shit. Like
Yeah.
they support their own shit, like GM and Dodge and whatever.
Domestics.
But we were at a gas station and we had won at the casino.
Yeah.
And this is obviously how, like, even us, we were so oblivious.
Yeah, paid for the trip.
Yeah, we paid for the trip with our winnings, which never happens.
Yeah.
We got our we got to have a nice little meal or whatever. We had a hotel and all that shit, and it paid for it by our gambling. So, but we were at a gas station, a ghetto, shitty gas station.
Yeah. So
we didn't even know where the fuck we were really in Detroit.
I had to buy one of those shitty iPhone chargers back in the day too, because I didn't have a charger with me for some reason. Mine crapped out, and the same thing. It was like and then TD called me, and they're like, "Are you in Detroit right now? Like, we have suspicious activity on your account." I was like, "Yeah,
I am, unfortunately."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sketchy gas station.
Yeah.
There's a big dude roaming around the lot.
Yeah.
I'm a retard. We're oblivious, and we're young too. Like, we're pretty young, so we think like we're aware that bad shit happens, and we just don't think it's a danger to us, I guess. And this is how you learn. This big dude, I had a wad of cash like flapping out of my pocket.
Yeah, the money clip. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just I'm like almost fucking rubbing it in, not on purpose because I'm just unaware. And this big dude comes up to passes me, and he says, "Oh, nice shirt," because Nick and I saw Lil Wayne versus Drake.
Right. Yeah.
Couple years prior. So I wore that shirt to the show. He's like, "Oh, cool shirt," like blah blah blah. Is Lil Wayne and them playing or whatever? Yeah, cool. He's like, "Oh, I just got out of prison," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, where's this going?" Dan was in the store, Nick was in the car, and then I was pumping gas or paying for the gas or whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, he's like, I just got out of prison after 10 years," and it's just shit, man. That's a hard deal. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just out here. I'm out in the streets or whatever." So, but he also, as he walked by me, he said, "Hey, watch your money." He like tapped my pocket, almost, tapped the money.
Yeah.
He's like, "Watch your pocket. Watch your money." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." I tuck it back in. Then I start walking towards the car. That's when he's talking to me or whatever. Yeah. As I get to the car, he's like, "Hey, do you think you have a few bucks that I could borrow?" So now he knows I have the money. Like, what am I going to do? And it's like a lot of just cash.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not really in the position to tell this guy to fuck off, because he must have been like 6'2".
Yeah.
He was like 220, maybe a big fucking guy, straight out of prison.
Yeah.
So I go to the car and I look in and I'm like, "Yo, Nick, anybody got any money for this guy?" But I had money in my pocket. He's not an idiot. He knows that. Yeah. I think we gave him like 10, 12 bucks or something. We gave him more money than I've ever given to any beggar in my entire life. Right. Because of course I'm going to. Yeah. Like he would just take it. If he wanted to, he could just take it, and I'm not doing shit. Cops aren't gonna do shit. No. He could have just had that money. But I don't think he's trying to go back. Mm. But I'm not testing him. Right? I'm not gonna test him. So I don't know why we went on with this story, but
I don't know either.
That's the thing.
Unsafe places.
Yeah, we went to Detroit. It was an unsafe place to be. We're more aware of that now. Yeah. Although I'm not gonna if I want to do something in a spot like that. Okay, that's just a scenario that's not gonna happen, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't usually repeat itself either, right?
I don't want to avoid places because of
fear,
dangers and stuff, but I know that it's not safe either at the same time. So people are a lot of people, younger people now are like, "We're on safety, man, yeah." Okay, go anywhere else in the world and see how safe you feel.
We also pulled up at like an Escalade.
Oh.
Like get
Oh,
into
to the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dan got us the Uber XL or
yeah.
whatever.
I had the free promo code when I signed up for Uber like years ago. Finally, couldn't work in the States, but it couldn't work in Canada, so we had a credit. I was like, all right, let's use it.
Yeah, we balled out on that because we also had the MGM grand money that we won playing blackjack.
That's cool.
But yeah, safety, guys. Just be careful, but you have to know that we do live in Canada. It's a pretty great place.
Exactly. You're getting free healthcare anyway, even if you do get
hurt. We got healthcare that I paid for $13,000 a year in taxes for. But yeah, we do have free. Other people have free healthcare. A lot of the country has free healthcare. The rest of us pay for it. Sorry.
That's okay. That's funny.
So yeah, there's that. I don't know where I had a tangent about that. I don't know where we started with that.
Mm-hmm.
Safety came from something else.
I don't know where safety came from.
Oh yeah, because the guy was fighting with me on Facebook.
Right. Okay. Yes.
But he basically, that guy ended up turning the conversation to like, because I brought up like, you should feel blessed. People in the third world be happy to come to Canada.
Yeah.
And then he starts saying like, oh, it's okay if it's happening in the third world. I said, no, I'm just saying it's not happening here.
Yeah.
And then they start twisting it on me, and then I have to just like, I got the last word in on this one. Usually I just have to just stop.
That's one of those NIMBY arguments, right? Like, it's not happening in my backyard, so I don't care.
Yeah. Which, like, I care.
Yeah.
But I also have to worry about my own life, first and foremost. Like, I'm not in the position to, like, support anybody else, really. Which sucks. Like, if I had money, and I had a platform, maybe something like this that people watched, yeah, you could help. I'm barely helping myself. So I need that's my main concern is myself.
Yeah, as everyone should.
As you should. And if everybody worked as individuals, I'm telling you, the world would be a better place. But I gotta stop fighting with people on Facebook. Everyone hates that guy. No one likes the guy that goes on Facebook comments and talks shit.
Because then you see it pop up on yours. Yeah. Like, so-and-so commented on this post, and you look at it, and you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
I wish it was a secret, because people will like it that I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I just wanted to be between me and the internet.
The algorithm really just be...
They're sending it to people. They're fucking me over, because I'm like, people can... again, I don't care what you think about me, but it's just like, I don't need fucking everybody that on my Facebook friend list to know that I'm having petty arguments about communism.
Yeah. On
Facebook, of all places.
There's got to be a way to, like, change that. Like, Discord mods and shit would know, right?
Yeah, I have to ask around the community.
Yeah.
But don't be that guy. I gotta stop being that guy. I never was that guy. I hated that guy.
I know you did.
But you know how it started? Because I wanted to promote this podcast, so I would go on and say shit, and then I would put the link after I got like 10, 12 replies, 20 likes.
Yeah.
I'd post a link. And now I'm not even doing that. So it's pointless. It's just for my own anger now.
It's new outlet, right?
Yeah.
Chronically online, as they say.
That shit used to stress me out, and then I realized, like, okay, this is funny. Like, sometimes that shit if I would post something like controversial,
yeah,
we talked about this. I would kind of care what people thought. I would care if people thought it was shitty.
Right.
I don't care about that so much now at all, or I wouldn't do that every day. But once in a while, I'll get slightly nervous. I'll get a little nerve, like, oh man, people on the internet, blah blah blah. And then I get out, and then I'll go out into my car and I'll drive somewhere, and I'm like, that's just not even real, bro. Come to me. Come find me.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not even real. And, like, I don't make it a secret on where I live.
Yeah.
Like, people can find me, so... I'm not inviting people to terrorize me or swat me or any of that bullshit. Please don't, because that's fucked up. But I'm just saying, like, as soon as you step out into the real world, you realize that the guy on Facebook, it doesn't fucking matter.
You're not pulling an Aiden Ross and getting swatted at your house.
Oh, man. Swatting is a fucked up thing to do to someone.
I agree, 100%.
Aiden Ross has been swatted a couple times. He just knows how to deal with it now. Immediately he just goes and he puts his hands up and he just kneels on his floor.
Terrible.
They have to understand too, but they can't not respond to it.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
It costs the taxpayers money when people do that shit.
Yeah.
There was one dude, he was swatting. He was like the king swatter. This is like a few years back.
Okay.
It wasn't getting in trouble. Because like, it's hard if you're swatting someone over the internet with like some Google VoIP, service, phone service in Oregon, and you live in New York. It's hard to put the pieces together. Like, the cops have to organize something, or more likely it's the FBI, right? it's hard to get to that point where the FBI is like on your ass.
Exactly.
This guy was swatting schools, like public schools, like, oh, there's an active shooter and all this shit. And he didn't get in any trouble for years. He was so cocky. He went to jail for like a little bit for something, and then he came back and he just started swatting again because it wasn't really of consequence. And then he swatted someone that was the wrong address.
Really?
And the cops shot the guy and killed him.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, he's in prison.
Of course. That's got to be like indirect manslaughter.
Yeah, it was like manslaughter of some kind. There's multiple charges, I think.
Jesus.
Now he's in prison, probably like, I don't know, 15 years. Like, I have no idea how long. I don't remember how long he went in for, but.
See who got out of prison now?
Our boy Brittany.
That
was insane to me.
Yeah. The
Brittany
trade.
Griner.
The trade-off.
What a trade. We just traded a Russian terrorist arms dealer.
Yeah.
For a
person that doesn't even care about their country.
A person that doesn't even like the United States.
Yep.
Right, you're right about that. That's actually the main point.
Yeah.
They don't even like their country. They kneel at the anthem, and they talk shit on the country. Oh yeah, Harlow's back with us, guys, by the way.
Yeah.
And then they trade her, and like I guarantee, like I didn't know who Brittany, and I don't follow the WNBA because nobody does. But I follow them more than most people.
You're not one of the 17 people that show up.
Yeah, exactly. More people come on my Twitch stream than the WNBA. But I didn't even know who she was.
No, nobody did.
And I honestly, like, I hate to say it, I only knew about the kneeling and shit because that's what was happening with every league at the time, except for the NHL, really.
Right.
And
you can't kneel on the ice; you'll get pushed out. You'll get pushed over.
Fucking loser.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who she was, and then we just traded her for a notorious terrorist.
Yeah.
Like, this guy sells all kinds of guns and fuels rebel groups and.
Guns kill people, right? That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy?
What?
They just gave up a guy. Okay, so the main issue is guns kill people.
Yeah.
They gave up a guy who sold guns to the most dangerous people.
Yeah.
For a person that can't dunk.
But then Biden wants to sit there and talk about how gun control needs to be reformed.
Yeah.
And then the NCRA is like gonna go through this whole other world regime of making everyone have a gun in their hand. It's like, no, they're not.
No. They're like, the guns thing is tough. Neither of us are gun owners. We'll say it right now. We don't have gun licenses. We don't have hunting permits.
Nope.
We barely have kitchen knives. Yeah. We don't own guns. Me personally, I'm pro-gun. I'm pro people owning guns.
Yeah.
And
I think you should own whatever you want. Like, regardless. Like, if you've worked and you've surpassed that amount where you can want to, like, buy cool shit, you want to own a little katana or a crossbow or, like, a cool-ass, like, hunting bow, I'm cool with that. I don't care. You want a gun and it starts getting to be, like, semi-automatic rifle that's capable of, like, clipping out 32 mags in, like, 60 seconds.
That's automatic. That's automatic.
Okay,
This is the difference.
Okay.
You're right. I agree with you about all that.
Yeah.
Okay, automatic weapons. Let's talk about the United States, because that's where the real issue is. Canada is already fucked. We don't have to say that. Let's talk about the United States because they have the Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment?
I don't know.
Right
to bear arms.
Whatever amendment is the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to bear arms, you know?
Semiotic, yeah. They have big arms, but they're just fat.
Yeah. Obesity's a thing.
Obesity is a big time problem. Here too. 100% here too.
Diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes is eating up my tax dollars.
Hurts when I pee and I hit my wife. Yeah, no, if I know.
That
Who
poor
the hell
guy,
did I hit?
Poor meme on the internet forever. So, you can't buy automatic weapons in the United States legally. Now, an automatic weapon...
It's classified as?
A gun. Thank you. That was actually what I was going to say.
Okay.
What is a gun that can either shoot continuously via one trigger pull and holding.
Yeah.
Or alternatively 3-round bursts.
Okay, yeah. Right.
Right? That's an automatic weapon. A semi-automatic weapon is a gun that you have to pull the trigger for a bullet to leave.
Yeah.
So that includes hunting rifles, handguns, AR-15s, all those weapons.
Yeah.
There's no real... So, I'm not a gun expert. I will never claim to be. I like to look into guns sometimes, and I like to just know what's going on, but I don't fuck all really. So, let's say a Glock 19. That's a very popular gun in the United States. A handgun.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a 9mm, or it's some small round.
Small
It doesn't
round,
matter. 19 mil, 9 mil, whatever.
No,
Fuck.
nine,
We're
it's,
not
gotta be,
experts.
it's 9, 7, 6. I don't know.
I'll probably cut that out so I don't look really stupid.
Sure.
But it's a very common handgun.
Yeah.
Alternatively, so the United States Army uses the M16, which is automatic. They say assault rifle, but it's an automatic rifle.
Yeah.
Assault is a scary word that they
Yeah.
use, right? A semi-automatic assault rifle. What's the difference between so M16 is the automatic. The
Yes.
AR-15 is the civilian version. It's semi-automatic. It's the
That's
same
like
gun.
the varmint rifle or whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's the ones that cops use mostly.
Yeah.
Cops use it.
Yeah.
AR-15 in America. If my brother watches this, he'll probably correct all this. But this is just from my really poor memory.
Okay.
So the AR-15 is semi-automatic. Glock 19 is semi-automatic. One has a longer barrel, which is, obviously adds some kind of accuracy, I'm sure. Otherwise, it has a butt like the stock, and it's got a big clip, and it's got a handle, and it's got a scary looking muzzle. It's got all these features that are more just aesthetics, I think, than anything.
I'd say so.
Right? So I don't know how much faster and accurate an AR-15 is compared to a Glock 19.
That's some Mythbusters shit. I don't know.
Who knows? I'm sure we could Google it, but we're not going to.
Or Deadliest Warrior too, same thing, right?
Yeah. But realistically, like when you in a very like cut and dry, they're the same thing. They shoot semi-automatically with smaller rounds. They're not like huge rounds.
Yeah.
And they have clip maximums for weapons, which is a whole other topic. Like some guns all these guns that would be semi-automatic, they have different, per gun, they have different maximum magazine size.
Right.
I'm not sure what that's solving. Maybe just make it standard, like you can only shoot 11, 10, 9, 8 instead of 30. I don't think you can have a 30 round clip. Sure.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it's kind of overkill, right? So
I say like maybe if anything, the magazine sizes are overkill, but it's doing the same function. They both shoot bullets semi-automatically at targets.
Well, look at what happened. Like I don't know. As of late, there was that police officer just got killed.
Yes. What's the story there? I don't know the story.
So there was 2 people. They ambushed a police officer in the streets who was responding to a house call. I guess it was his first day on the job.
Yep.
Guy's from Barrie, Ontario, and he's just dead. Like
they killed him?
Yeah. That's his first day on the job, and he's just gone like that.
With a gun?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what ends up happening?
Well, he got charged. They've been arrested. That's why they put out that Amber Alert, because they were like, "Hey,
active shooter." I got the alert. Now I'm making the connection. I got the alert. That's 4 hours from me, but yeah. Okay.
So that was the connection there, right? And then there was one before that too. Again, same thing. Another cop. I'm not sure of the instance of that one. I don't know if it was involving a gun or not, but it was just like Barrie's pretty close. And they said they were traveling east towards Hamilton. So
okay, so they're coming for me.
Well, maybe if they're gonna pull up to
Cambridge
or the high-rise buildings of wherever you're working, be like, hey,
let me ask you something then.
Sure.
Do you think So, what is your stance on guns then? Like honestly.
Like I think everyone should have the right to defend themselves.
Yeah.
I think that guns are a necessity for like a lot of like protection and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can tell me words are gonna get the job done.
Yeah, like okay, so
right? Like,
you're pro gun. Maybe you have limitations on what kind of guns people can own.
Exactly.
I think I'm probably there too, but I don't know because
like end of days, right? Like that's what I always think of. Like when is a gun necessary? End of days, you're sitting there like you'd be Shane on The Walking Dead, right?
Okay.
Like you're that guy that like has the logical sense, but everyone else around you is like, oh, we don't need the guns.
We don't need guns. But that's like so if that scenario happens, all bets are off anyways for every rule.
Exactly.
But in a world where there is no apocalypse,
okay,
where do we draw the line for guns? What do you think? So say we have like automatic is the current line.
Okay.
You could go farther. You could push that because there's like projectile weapons too, right? Like rocket launcher style weapons.
Oh, like RPGs and stuff?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. people can. I believe
That's excessive as hell.
Okay, so that's excessive.
Yeah,
I think some places in the United States you can own an RPG.
that's
In a tank.
ridiculous. That is crazy.
Right?
A
That's
tank-
too much?
That's too
Okay.
much.
Those are weapons.
I would also, though, I will say, I would love to be able to drive a tank one day.
Yeah, you can
I think
definitely
that'd
do
be
that.
awesome.
You can go to Vegas, you can do that.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Do you think those are considered like weapons of mass destruction? Is that mass destruction or maybe like heavy destruction? I don't know if there's titles for these
I don't know if
things.
there's titles either, but it's definitely like up there. It's like
So no rocket launchers.
no rocket
what
launchers.
What grenades?
The average person doesn't need that.
Okay, explosions then. Explosives.
Explosives in
No.
general,
You
we
draw a
don't
line
need.
at explosives.
Yeah.
Do you draw a line at automatic weapons?
Armor piercing.
No.
Armor
Yeah,
piercing
you
rounds.
can't have armor piercing hollow tips. You can't have any of that now. I don't think. There's
Video-
normal everyday.
Video games have ruined me, right? That's all
Yeah.
I think about.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do they call it? FMJ or whatever they have on Call
Yeah,
of Duty, where
yeah.
you can pierce the doors and shit.
Yeah,
So automatic weapons are a no or a yes?
I'd say no. It's not
Okay, I
necessary.
agree.
Yeah,
I'm not for automatic
it's
weapons.
like a hunting rifle, like something you just like a single shot. You take home your deer, whatever it is you're trying to do.
Let me show you
A
something.
moose.
I believe. Okay, let me bring something up. Now we have the internet, people.
Yeah.
My computer's being slow as fuck, but that's okay because we got time. I'm gonna show you a picture.
Okay.
Okay. 22 cow. I'm not gonna. Why am I saying it out loud? I'm just gonna ruin it. Okay. It keeps changing my default search engine to Yahoo. It won't let me change it. I keep changing it back.
Yahoo's terrible.
Okay, so. Okay. That's the only photo that worked that I needed. If there's another one.
He lost it.
It just wouldn't. It was an error when I loaded it up. I'm not gonna be able to show this photo to the audience, but Dan can tell you. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom in on it the best I can. So I can't. You just come around here real quick.
Okay.
He's gonna come around here real quick, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna show you the top description, but I'm gonna show you the gun. So that up top's a normal Canadian style hunting rifle on top that you'd see in every hunter's house.
Yeah.
This is a 22 cal semi-automatic rifle. Which one is obviously scarier? This one on the bottom or the top one?
The bottom one.
Okay, they're the exact same gun, right? With a handle and a scary looking stock and butt.
Yeah.
But these are no different in function.
Yeah.
This one, not so scary looking.
No.
Take it out with your uncle to shoot a deer or something. This
Yeah.
one, kill terrorists.
Yeah.
But they're the same gun.
That's kind of crazy.
They're trying to ban. So that reference is for like an AR-15. Looks like that bottom one.
Yeah.
It looks scary, but functionality is not much different than any other gun of its caliber.
Which is wild to me because that looks like it's like.
I would agree. Like before 2 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, that one in the bottom is like, that's a destroyer.
Yeah.
It's not. They're the same, essentially the same weapon. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I really just don't like the government telling me what to do.
Yeah. Nobody does, right?
Right? People do. You'd
They
be
like them being
surprised.
told?
People, buddy. I think during COVID that got proved more than anything. That people are just like really okay with like other humans guiding their life. I always look at it like this: like members of parliament, they got voted in by. They're generally just
Voted in by
average
the
people. They're voted
Yeah.
in by the people.
Yeah.
Guess what? They don't know anything any more about my life than I do.
Right.
They don't know me better than I do. They don't know what's best for me more than I do.
Right.
So why are we allowing them to have so much power over what I do? That's my thing. I always go back to. It's like these are also people that don't know how the universe works.
Yeah.
And don't know what the fuck the point of life is either.
Well, I remember we just had that election pretty recently for like Waterloo. It was like
Yeah,
what was
city
it? Yeah, city
Waterloo
council
region.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I voted for that.
I voted for that too.
Yeah.
I think municipal elections are a little different because they don't affect you in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
They affect you like, I know, what do you want, Beans? You want to go outside? Okay, hold on. Come on. Just wants attention, honestly, but...
No, for sure.
Oh, go take a shit.
Yeah, because you had that guy show up at your door.
Yeah, I was like rallying for this.
I forget his name.
I know I can never pronounce his name, anyways. But he was a good dude. He was a Middle Eastern dude. He owned a gas station near my house.
Sure.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I was like, he would come and see me a few times a week. I would try and share his
message
and stuff, his campaign. And I forget his name, but he was a cool dude. He owned the gas station, and he really lived. He was part of this community.
Yeah.
He owned a business, and my community is kind of shitty.
Yeah. And
there's a lot of problems here. So
yeah, it's nice to have
he runs he runs a business in the area.
Yeah.
And it's an attraction for bums and crackheads. So he knows the problems that we're facing down here. So
pretty central, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought he would do a good job. He didn't win, but maybe next time. Yeah.
Such is life.
Such is life, yeah. You try and you lose.
Well, I saw that thing too, like going even like on a greater scale. That what was it like? They said 49% of Canadians want a re-election in 2023, like a federal election.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, the approval rating's like 35% for Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
Guy still won't step down.
It's crazy.
If I was doing such a piss poor job and everyone hated me, I'm stepping down immediately. I'm saying, I'm sorry, I did my best.
Exactly. Take your pride and go with it. Don't just continue to...
And that's how you know it's not about the people or the country, right? Yeah. Otherwise, if you really just had the best intentions for the citizens of this country, you wouldn't be up there grasping on to your power for dear life.
Emergency Powers Act and all that.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be doing that stuff. You'd be like, oh, you're supposed to listen to the people. Dog's barking.
Dog's barking. Listen to the people. Dog barks.
Yeah, dog barks. Dog's tell me to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't sit up there on your fucking high horse thinking that you're still doing a good job.
You'd hope not.
You would say, you would have some critical thinking. You would reflect on your time as prime minister. Like they did the power grab, just like the last one, right? They made a move to hold their power on for longer.
Yeah, now it's a coalition government. It's not even like all one-sided.
So it's like everyone's teaming up against Canadians at this point.
Yeah.
And the Liberal government sucks.
Yeah.
Trudeau sucks as a leader. Jagmeet Singh sucks, I think. And he sucks as a leader, and these people make me cringe. And then we got Pierre Poilievre, French dude. Yeah. I don't really trust him.
Yeah. Is he the French leader?
He's French. I don't know if he's the French leader.
Who's the French leader?
The Quebec leader?
Yeah.
I think that dissolved. I don't think they have a party anymore.
No, they have to have one.
No, Google it. I don't think
really?
I don't think it's around anymore. They lost. What's the point?
I know they've lost every
most
time.
Most of Canada hates them. The Quebec is the most approving of Justin Trudeau's government.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. He's French.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the province of Quebec during COVID actually had curfews and more serious lockdowns. So they're okay with the tyranny, I think, more than the rest of Canada. Because on the opposite end, you have Alberta.
Yeah.
That I think the NDP are in charge of Alberta right now. They hate them.
Yeah. Alberta
is the most conservative province, I think.
Okay.
I don't know where Ontario stands because we have all these universities and large cities tend to be maybe more liberal too.
Yeah.
I think maybe but we always flip in Ontario. We're always flipping from liberals to conservatives, and that's most of the country. But we don't. That's just where we are all the time. We have a conservative provincial leader, and then in Canada we have our prime minister's liberal.
Yeah.
Both are doing a piss poor job.
Yeah.
Right? Doug Ford's doing a piss poor job too.
Yeah, he's stayed out of the news lately, though. I'll give him that. He's been out of the news.
He's not out the news because he's not faking shoveling people's driveways.
There's no snow. What driveway to shovel, right? It's not like last year.
It's just these people are all bad. When I'm arguing with people, I'm never arguing on behalf of a politician.
You have to put that as a disclaimer in your bio now when they go to group you. I do not endorse so-and-so.
Listen, from a lot of my points of view, people would probably say I'm a conservative person.
Yeah. I
don't think I am.
I wouldn't say so.
I just think I like freedom.
Yeah.
And I just think that I hate the government.
What was it? What's that one? Liber. It's not authoritarian. It's the other one.
Oh.
I don't know it.
I don't know.
Libertarian.
Yes, I kind of think I'm libertarian because I just want everyone to be left alone.
Yeah.
I don't want to promote. I'm not trying to push religion on you. I'm not trying to push gender identity politics on you. I'm not trying to crush your freedom of speech. I'm not trying to let companies take advantage of the environment either, or the workers either. I'm in a union. I'm pro-union. That's a very liberal thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that I have liberal views and I have conservative views, but all in all, I just want people to be left alone. I think that the government should be a faceless entity that does its best to use logic and responsibility to use our tax dollars. I'm not against even paying taxes, but I'm against it currently because they're being wasted. So if our taxes are actually being used properly,
how would you want to see them used?
Well, like
let's make Dave mayor of Cambridge for a day.
Oh man,
what are you gonna do?
Okay, city-wise, I think they're doing a fine job. In the municipalities, they're doing a fine job.
Okay.
I really do believe in Waterloo Region. I think it's a good council.
Yeah.
They've done a sick job. We live in arguably one of the best places in Canada is Waterloo Region.
For sure.
Not where I live, but where you live.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think the municipal, where I live anyways, is good. It's fine. Provincial-wise, let's just say in the country of rules that I think should be permanent.
Okay.
And things that we shouldn't spend money on. Okay, so speech should always be protected.
Okay, yeah.
In any case, except for threats and inciting violence on any particular group.
No hate speech?
No hate speech? I'm fine with hate speech.
It's freedom of speech.
I'm fine with hate speech.
Exactly.
I won't defend hate speech. So if I say I hate Hungarian people.
Oh, we're fighting.
You're Hungarian by background.
Yeah.
I don't hate. That's fine.
Yeah. That's like me saying I hate Nova Scotians, right? We're fighting.
Yeah, sure. I hate Nova Scotians too. Fuck those people. I'm from Ontario, by the way. But, so that's fine for me.
Yeah.
To say, I know it's not the right thing to do.
Okay.
I would never say I hate Hungarians or I hate black people, or I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
There are people that will.
Yeah.
We shouldn't promote it.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't silence them. Let them burn themselves, and they will. They will burn themselves. They'll lose.
Yeah.
So as long as you're not saying I want to kill all Jews or I want to see the genocide of Southern Texans, or whatever it is, that's fine.
So that's Kanye West right now.
Yeah, I keep saying I'm fine with it. I'm not fine with him saying Jews hate Jews, fuck Jews. I'm fine with him speaking.
Right.
The words are irrelevant to me. The words are irrelevant.
But you see he's missing now?
Yeah, he's missing. How can he stay quiet for that long? Who knows?
I don't know. I don't think he's missing. I think he's cooped up in a retreat somewhere.
Yeah, he's doing some shit. He's on ayahuasca right now.
Yeah, and someone told him to shut up. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, I can see that. Another rule I would have: the separation of anything government funded and any kind of viewpoint or opinion, they have to be separate.
Okay.
So if the government funds schools, which they do, public schools, I don't want to, and I'm against even that. I went to Catholic school, so did you.
Yeah.
It was fine schooling, whatever.
Yeah.
They didn't try to indoctrinate me into I grew up an altar server.
Yeah.
Guys, I grew up semi-Catholic. I went to church every Sunday until I was 14.
Yeah.
13. I didn't feel indoctrinated by the school, but I just don't think it's a necessary. And here's the loophole: you don't have to get the Catholic diploma.
Right.
You don't have to take religion. You just don't get the Catholic diploma.
Okay.
That's how it is now.
That's how it is now?
Yeah, you can just get your normal public school education without religion.
So you go to the Catholic school and you get a public...
Yeah, the government sends you a GED or whatever.
Why even go to the Catholic school then?
Well, to be fair, it was it's close. If it's close to your house and it's newer, the Catholic schools are newer where we live. They're all nicer schools. At the time.
Nah, I don't like that.
I'm just saying,
I understand, but I'm saying...
Buddy, we had Muslims, we had people from, we had Jews, we had all kinds of people in our school. And let's be honest, most people weren't even practicing Catholics there.
That's fair.
Most people.
Yeah.
Anybody we know religious that you hung out with? Goes to church, praise be the Lord.
That kid.
What kid? One kid and 2,400 kids? Okay, I'll take it.
What's his name? Thomas Salon.
Oh, yeah, that guy. He was going to be a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So one guy out of 2,500 kids was a serious religious kid. No, there was a few, but...
There's a few.
I don't think you should be teaching Jesus in public schools.
Right.
But obviously they have a loophole.
Public schools, yeah.
They have a loophole because you don't have to get the St. Mary's. We went to St. Mary's. You don't have to get the St. Mary's diploma.
Right.
You can opt out and only get the public school diploma.
That's weird. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's how it was when we were in school.
Really?
I'm sure it's, if anything, it would have stood longer.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be subsidizing religion,
Okay.
people's sexuality, people's gender, if they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Any religious views.
When you say subsidizing, you mean like paying for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why am I paying to have my kids taught about Jesus?
Right.
Why am I paying to have my kids... Historically, sure, there's a difference between the belief system and the historical value of something.
Yeah.
The Bible is 1,800 years old, whatever.
Whatever they want to call it, yeah.
It's a big part of the world history of the Bible.
Yeah.
So don't teach me about Jesus' values per se, but teach me about the history of the Bible. Because there's a very large history to it. Religious studies, sure.
Yeah.
Also, don't teach my kids about your ideologies at all. I don't want to hear about it.
Right.
There's things, science, facts. Math, facts. English, standardized.
Right.
These are all things that everyone agrees on.
And science
are real. Well, science is becoming a thing that people don't agree on anymore either, but...
You can't argue with physics.
You can't argue with those facts. To the best of our knowledge as humans.
Right.
Those have been proven the most out of anything.
Okay.
Time after time.
Yeah.
I just don't want the government to get involved with people's ideologies, like you said. That's the best way to put it.
Right.
Don't. Let's not have that. You do your thing in your place, I do your thing in my place. That's fine.
It's a pretty easy list. It's
yeah.
not bad.
Right? Because, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are tax dollars paying for... So, if you're going to teach his views, you have to teach everyone's views then.
Mm.
You have to fund everyone's views.
I think that's why more and more people are doing like homeschooling and stuff too.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is a shame. Because the public school system, yeah, it sucks. But like, you lose out a lot on not going to school with a bunch of other kids. You become like... I feel like you lose a lot of the social stuff. You lose a lot of the... Just like... People telling you no.
Mm.
People...
life lessons.
Life lessons you do learn in school.
Yeah.
Like... Some kids, their parents tell them yes for everything. And then guess what? You have to go to school and other kids they're pretty soft on kids now, I think. I keep reflecting back to my time in school. People told me no all the time.
Yeah.
Put me in my place. My mom did too all the time.
Yeah.
But people put you in your place and other kids are going to tell you you're not so special. Right?
Yeah.
So I think there's value to having a public school education. It's just I don't think it's a great education. I would rather teach my kids for myself. But
only so what you can do.
I also don't have kids, so
yeah.
Who am I? So yeah, anyways, that's our rant about the woke today. We went on a long woke rant today, but there's other stuff going on in the world I'm sure that we can talk about that's not
3-year anniversary of Kobe.
Kobe died 3 years ago?
Well, tomorrow.
Oh shit. Oh man, he died on a bad day, January 1st?
No, it's like January something though.
Fuck, still, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
And then other basketball news, Luka is now the second player ever to score a triple-double, 60-point game.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So, the first one was James Harden in 2018.
Yeah, I remember the game.
Yeah, and he got like 60, 14, and like 11 or something like that.
Right.
Luka did 60, 21, and 11.
Damn.
It was nuts.
Luka Doncic is a hell of a player.
Amazing.
And like, he's European.
Yeah.
I've always talked shit about European players.
I know.
Because they're fundamentally they're probably better.
You'd hope so.
But like they don't put on a good show.
No.
They're not fucking throwing up 3-pointers.
Well, look when we had who was it, Tulu or
on the Raptors?
Yeah.
Oh man, don't even get me started on all the bad European drafts we did for 10 years.
Valanciunas.
What was our boy? We got a first round draft pick in 2006 or something. Similar, it was like maybe 2003, 2006, whatever year. It was like Chris Bosh,
yeah,
and all them. We
that's like 2005 for sure.
Right, it was one of those years. We drafted. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Oh my god! Once I find out what it is, his name, Raptors
bad drafts.
First round. He's Serbian, I think. Serbian. And he was terrible. And I knew his name forever, but it's been so long. I'll find it in 2 seconds here. Oh, I'm on images. Hold on. I just saw him on there. I should go back. Fuck, what was his name? Oh my god. Okay. I can't think of his name. First round picks. Oh, picks. They haven't had that many, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be draft history. Here we go. We'll find it now. They drafted this dude, he's right there. He's the guy in the photo. So the article is called Toronto Raptors Draft History. He's right there, and his name is Andrea Bargnani.
That's it.
Worst draft pick, man, for the Raptors. Like, they picked him in 2006.
Yeah.
And you want to see who was in the 2006 draft class?
Who?
I'm going to tell you in a second. Oh, it wasn't that good, actually. It was okay. There was another pick. The year that the Raptors could have picked the years they picked Chris Bosh, they also could have had I think Dwayne Wade and shit. Like, that was the better draft class. This one was okay. But they could have had Rudy Gay or JJ Redick, or they had all these players on this list. You know, looking back at it, it's a bad draft class.
Yeah.
But they had Rajon Rondo.
Yep.
Kyle Lowry, who ends up being their best player in history, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's 24th, and we picked number 1, Andrea Bargnani from Italy. Sorry, he's not Serbian, he's Italian. LaMarcus Aldridge was the same year.
Yep.
Brandon Roy, you know what I mean? Rudy Gay. We picked Andrea Bargnani, was our first overall draft pick. A lot of these guys, actually, the Raptors ended up having PJ Tucker. This is a bad draft year, but that was like our one time we get a good first round draft pick, number 1, baby.
Yeah.
And it's just like the worst fucking year to draft somebody.
You see, Tom Brady's throwing dimes now.
Yeah, is he? I haven't been following.
No, so Tom Brady obviously split up with his wife Giselle.
Yeah.
Rumor that she's been cheating on him for the past year with her personal trainer.
Okay.
Yada yada yada.
Right.
So he's dating this new 26-year-old supermodel.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's like Slovenian or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's an upgrade.
Damn, that seems so soon.
Yeah, it does seem soon, but she was also unloyal for a whole year, right? So
she was cheating with
her personal trainer.
Oh.
The guy that trains
is that
to work her out.
confirmed?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Started off as a rumor, but now it's
she
just
also banged. Oh no, that was Kim Kardashian banged Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, really?
Yeah.
I think just soon because he's in the playoffs, brother.
Yeah.
Well, I think today they play. No. What's the day?
Today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think the Bucks play tomorrow and
on New Year's. Might be Monday. They might get pushed.
Maybe.
Monday.
Yeah, maybe. Hold on, Bucks. This is great that we have the internet. But that'll be their game January 1st.
Oh, they do play tomorrow.
This is their game to clinch playoffs. I think they need to win this game, and they're playing the Panthers, who are 6-9.
Yeah, they'll beat
the Bucks. Are 7-8.
They'll beat the Panthers.
Maybe. Well, I hope. I only want to see Tom Brady in the Super
Finals,
Bowl.
Yeah.
I won't even watch it if Tom Brady's not in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Most entertaining quarterback I've known.
The guy is. I just like watching him. I just like to see him time after time after time in the Super Bowl.
Dude, people are sleeping on the Vikings right now. Huge.
I saw the Vikings are making some waves.
Yeah.
But a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Maybe.
What is their current Is that Joe Rogan? Look it up, Jamie. And then I can look it up.
Yeah.
You know? This is amazing that we have a computer now.
Same with what's his name? What was it, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles too?
The Eagles, yeah.
They've been doing amazing.
The Eagles have been killing it, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles. Oh, the Vikings. Oh. Minnesota, right? Minnesota Vikings. 12-3. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They play the Packers tomorrow. Obviously they clinched the spot, right?
Yeah.
I watched the Viking game 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I did watch them.
They have a constant rivalry with Green Bay too, so that'll be a good game.
They'll beat them, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
They don't even need to win that game, right?
It's Kirk Cousins, man.
Cousins.
Primetime Cousins.
Yeah.
Guy always chokes every playoff game, but we'll see.
That's his best.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, sports is Yeah, it's funny. So we're on a continuous saga with the WNBA. We're gonna bring it back to that now because I watched an interview with, I forget her name, but she's one of the WNBA's bigger stars.
Okay.
Kelsey something, I think.
Okay.
Kelsey. And she did an interview on a podcast. So the classic narrative is they don't get paid what the guys do and they should, right?
Okay.
That's the classic narrative. It's what we've talked about time after time.
Yeah.
Well, now they're realizing, that's not that's been debunked a million times. Now they're saying, we're not asking for the same amount of money. We're asking for the same cut in revenue. So they don't get paid for jerseys. They don't get paid for anything. They just get their salary. In the
Why
NBA,
is that so bad?
right? $220,000, pretty good.
Why? Yeah.
LeBron gets like in the NBA, the CBA, the agreement is like every player gets a cut of their jersey.
Okay.
Sure. People buy LeBron James jerseys like crazy. Remember when he went to the Lakers?
Yeah.
Whoop! Lakers jersey on, right?
Yeah.
Everyone bought Lakers jerseys.
People are burning Cleveland jerseys.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
They're so mad.
Right? So they sell lots of jerseys.
Same thing with the Heat jerseys.
I've literally never seen a WNBA jersey on a sole in my entire life. So they're still asking for shares in revenue. They're just asking for more money in another way.
Right.
Because, okay, say they're saying jerseys are profitable.
Okay.
I don't know if they are or not. I can't really see. I've never seen them in the stores or anything. Or maybe you just buy them online. Say they're saying the jerseys are profitable. They want a piece of that revenue. Yeah, but that revenue that you're not getting is covering the losses that you're making. So you're just taking away from... So now the NBA puts $10 million up. If they give you a cut of the merchandise, now they got to put up $15 million up.
Yeah.
So they're just paying you in a different way, right? How about you start getting more money when the league is no longer at zero?
Yeah.
Or less than zero. I don't know. That's their argument currently. That they want to share the revenue from merchandise.
So you're telling me that a WNBA player can sit there and be like, all right, I got you guys Christmas gifts. And they wrapped up their own jerseys
yeah.
for every single member of the family.
That's the only way they're getting jerseys out there.
It's terrible.
I'm wondering, you can buy them at the stadiums probably?
Probably, I would assume so.
On their website?
Yeah,
but go to Sport Check. Harlow's losing it out there.
Oh, I can hear
Go to
it.
Sport Check, and I don't think you can find a Brittany Griner jersey. Maybe now you can.
Maybe now.
Because people know who she is.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. You wanted to go out there.
Just wants attention, right?
Yeah, she just wants some love.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Hopefully Brittany Griner kind of... I think she's going to fall into place.
Hi.
Where she...
No, stay down.
So that's our Beaner. That's little Harlow Beans.
Yeah. The 15 minutes of fame for her is long overdue. Not you.
She loves... Oh, Brittany Griner. Yeah. She's done now. I haven't checked this at all, but apparently they had a welcome home party for her.
I did
20
see
people?
that. Yeah. 20 people? Okay.
Yeah, 20 people showed up.
Well, maybe they wanted it to be more intimate, right? Or maybe that's all they could get out of last minute notice.
Yeah. It's like, they probably paid people to come.
I'm sure.
Right? Hey, there's cake and snacks.
There'll be punch and pie. Tell them there'll be punch and pie. More people will come.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
South Park.
Football season will be coming to a close soon.
Same with hockey.
Yeah, the NHL, they got a couple months.
Yeah.
But I haven't really watched hockey in a couple years.
Me neither.
I'm kind of out of the loop on that shit.
No.
Even basketball, I don't watch anymore.
Really?
Well, it's like, the NBA is kind of annoying. Like, I don't know. I just don't really like how they carry themselves anymore. They're always like... The players are so entitled all the time. You know what I mean? Everyone is like the fucking king of the NBA. All this other shit. It just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
I like that joke that somebody was making where it's like, Kim K is about to threaten Chris Paul's only ring.
Yo, dude, yeah, I know, right? I know. I'm sure, like, he's married, right? Obviously,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
I'm sure his marriage is taking a hit.
Oh, for sure.
From that. But, like, I saw that Drake post from, like, in retrospect, now you get it.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, them wearing Chris Paul jerseys.
Yeah.
And it was a shot at Kanye. But everyone at the time was probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
6 months, a year later, it makes sense.
I
if those rumors are true. Hardo, what's up?
Did you give Her Loss a full listen through yet?
Yeah. I don't mind it. It kind of grew on me a little bit.
What'd you think of Metro Boomin's album?
I didn't listen to that at all.
No?
It was Metro Boomin.
A whole bunch of features
and a bunch
too.
of people, right?
Yeah.
Metro Boomin historically has made fire music.
Yeah.
1 sec. So I should check it out, but I haven't. I've been, honestly, this is something we should talk about. I've been really into, like, I just noticed that that's where the card went.
Oh, shit.
I've always been into, well, not always, honestly. I kind of didn't, it took me a few years to catch on to it, but drill music, right?
Yeah.
Like, I like drill music a lot now. And I'm a 30-year-old man. Listening to 16-year-olds talk about killing each other. Yeah, I love drill music. And obviously I like the classics like King Von and Lil Durk and Chief Keef and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's so many types of drill music now. I've been getting really into Bronx drill music specifically.
I don't know what that is.
like the Bronx, New York. You know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like so, they have their own scene.
Always like New York stuff though.
Yeah, New York shit's hard, man. So there's Brooklyn drill music. It's like Fabio Foreign and Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Like they're from Brooklyn, I believe.
Yeah.
Bronx drill music is K Flock.
Okay.
K Flock is on trial now for murder right now.
Wow.
But he's like the main leader of it. And then there's these two guys, Nadi Osama, Didi Osama. They're 15. Then
you listen to 15-year-old rappers.
But here's the fucked up part. My computer's dying, so I'm gonna fucking make this quick. But okay. Didi Osama, Nadi Osama, 14 and 15-year-olds. They're brothers.
Yeah.
They're drill music, so they talk shit about other drill rappers and about drill rappers that have died. That's the big trend. Let's talk about other people that have died.
Because they can't defend themselves.
Yeah, smoking on whatever. Smoking on this guy, right? Nadi Osama is in the subway. He kind of like, almost like a semi-assaults someone, kind of. Puts this kid into a corner. The kid stabs him.
The younger one?
Yeah, the younger brother.
Okay.
This guy stabs him multiple times. As he's running up the stairs to get out of the subway, he bleeds out and dies. He's 14.
Shit.
His name is Nadi Osama. So, in the Bronx, there's a couple other drill rappers. One, I think his name's Kyle Rich. They have a song, they put out a song called Naughty Boppin'.
Okay.
Naughty's the kid's name that died.
Right.
It's a dance where they're like this. Naughty Boppin', ba 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 ba. Like he's stabbing, right? Getting stabbed.
Oh,
That's the motion that they're making. TikTok does as TikTok does and makes a song and makes it viral.
Oh god.
Naughty boppin', da 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 da, right?
Yeah.
Teachers, cops, nurses, all these people are doing the song, doing the dance to the song about a 14-year-old that was murdered in the subway.
No.
And it's like it was the biggest viral trend on TikTok for a minute.
Yeah.
That's how crazy that this shit is. These kids are. Listen, I even watched the one about Toronto drill music. There's no incentive for killing in this culture. Just they want to see them die.
Yeah.
Toronto's the same way. It's insane, man. I didn't know Toronto had such a big gang culture, but it's not so like organized. It's not really organized in Toronto. And same with the Bronx. It doesn't seem very organized like in Compton or LA. But they're straight murderers and they just want to kill. And it's crazy. Like K Flock. He was the biggest Bronx drill rapper. Had some hits on rap. Had a hit with Cardi B.
Okay.
Song Cardi B. This guy is, every day he signs a deal with, I don't know, maybe Sony or something for $3 million. He's got all his money. Songs are blowing up. He's still getting in his car, driving around the Bronx, trying to find ops to fuck with people. So, there's a video. This dude walking wearing Amari shit. Amari jeans, Montclair coat, you know, like the whole deal. Jordan ones that aren't released yet. Shit rappers have, right? Okay. They got a video of this guy. He walks by a barbershop. Okay. He walks by, someone comes out of the barbershop towards him. Next thing you know, in broad daylight, the dude that came out of the barbershop is gunned down. Now, there's no face, no case type of thing. So K Flock, it's obviously him. Because he posts on Instagram, I just went to Amari, bought these jeans, bought this coat, but there's no face. You don't see his face. He's wearing a ski mask.
What?
In broad daylight. Yeah. A famous rapper who just signed a deal for $3 million gunned someone down in broad daylight on the city downtown in the street.
Yeah.
He's on trial for murder right now. He says he's getting out in March 2023 or April or some shit. I feel like it's probably hard to maybe prove it. Because his face is not it. Maybe there's no DNA. Maybe they don't have the gun. But yeah, that's how these kids are really killers. I always said rappers are the fakest, softest people. I don't know, man. These 15-year-olds, don't put me in a room with them.
That's messed up.
They're just toting guns. And in New York City, guns are fucking restricted.
Yeah.
You get time for guns. So just to hold a gun in New York City alone is a gutsy thing to do. Crazy, man. But they make fucking fire music.
Yeah.
It's very offbeat, kind of off. And they always use like weird samples. Like in Florida, they had that one with Vanessa Carlton.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it was like him talking about all the people he killed. All those ops that died. So they have these like cartoonish beats.
Yeah.
Very fast paced, semi-offbeat raps. But it just comes off like, I don't know, I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm 30 years old and I live in Cambridge, Canada.
Yeah.
It appeals to me. I don't know.
Target audience was reached.
30-year-old white dudes, plumbers.
That's
funny. But yeah, man, rap is getting kind of crazy right now. A lot of people dying. And I don't know if you've been following the YSL Young Thug case.
Completely dropped interest. I was like, nope, I can't keep up with
That's
this.
good. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
But essentially, everyone got plea deals except Young Thug. Oh, you want to hear two idiots? Oh my god. Gunna got a plea deal.
Okay.
He's agreed to testify.
Yeah.
On anybody. So he has probation, community service, and he hasn't admitted to any crimes, but he took the plea deal and he agrees to testify. That's snitching. Yeah. He also admitted that YSL is a gang.
Yeah.
Which is bad news for Young Thug.
For sure.
Because the RICO charges only apply to gang members. So he's out. 5 other people took the same plea deal. Of all these guys who are supposed to be... They have a song called Ticket to Trial.
You're just sitting there just pointing at him. Yep, yeah, it's him. It's him. Yep, it's him.
Yes. Because they want Thug.
Yeah, of course.
These guys... Gunna has a song called Ticket to Trial.
Okay.
Take it to trial, brother. What the fuck you doing? You took the plea. Which puts anytime... So if there's 30 people... Now
6ix9ine ain't looking so bad.
That's what 6ix9ine's loving it right now.
Of
because
course.
He's like, oh, I'm a snitch?
Yeah.
You're all snitches too. Gunna, Take It to Trial, has a song called Take It to Trial. Now you're everyone knows you're a fucking loser and you're fake and you're not.
Yeah. They can't back it up like they
You should have saw Young Thug's face when he found out that Gunna took the plea.
There was video of that?
Yeah, there's video of recording.
That's so hard.
Just the saddest face. He's like,
yeah.
My boy took the deal. 2 guys, these are the idiots.
Yeah, because they have no contact, right? So like he's not saying nothing.
They're in separate whatever.
Yeah.
2 guys offered pleas. They're taking it to trial. Dude, you're going to prison. Why would you take it to trial? Everyone else got out of prison.
Of course.
With community service and 10 years probation or 5 years probation plus time served. Except Young Thug, they're not offering him a plea.
That's gonna be tough.
He has to take it to trial.
Yeah.
So he has no choice. He probably will go to prison. They only want him.
Get Better Call Saul in there.
Exactly. He has a good lawyer. Thug has like the lawyer to get.
I hope so. He has all that money, right?
Yeah.
Well, while he still has it, anyways.
Yeah.
It's gonna be frozen assets.
I bet you he probably froze most of his assets. I don't know how that works. No, because there's no like fraudulent charges or anything. I don't think they can freeze his assets.
If he's in a gang committed a murder?
Because I don't think they froze 6ix9ine's shit. I think maybe if they had like
Well, he still like 6ix9ine was like complaining that he was like broke and shit for the longest time.
Maybe they did then.
Same with R. Kelly too. Same thing. Like,
yeah, R. Kelly they definitely did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they froze his assets. He has cash.
Maybe, yeah.
He's good for it.
Yeah.
Because they can't.
As they
have to prove that he earned that money illegally.
I was gonna say, has Mr. Wheezy like spoken up and tried to help him out? Like that that was supposed to be like his next come up, you know?
No, because they're in there because of him.
Oh.
Essentially.
Really?
This whole thing started because they shot up Lil Wayne's Tour Bus.
Oh fuck.
Right? I don't know how Birdman got the fuck off this, but he was involved for sure. So Young Thug, they have this gang before they're all famous called YSL.
Yeah, and he shoots up Lil Wayne's bus.
They rents a car, pays a guy to shoot up Lil Wayne's
bus. Oh, you did tell me about this. Right? Yes.
The shooter, if I'm not mistaken, just got dismissed.
Yeah.
The guy who actually did the crime, I think, is dismissed. And then there's one guy currently in prison, I think, from that time, that he took money. And they put him in prison, I think.
That's nuts.
So that all stems back to the Lil Wayne shooting. That's when they got on the Fed watch list.
Yeah.
Because if they were rappers, they just wouldn't do that. But anyway, so he's probably gonna go to prison. Whatever. I liked his music, so that's kind of a shame. But he's a criminal, so
you can still do some Jailhouse albums.
Jailhouse raps.
Yeah, Jailhouse albums.
I don't know, man. These guys do deserve to go to prison. I just think it's like, I think by now we have to know that like rap is almost pure entertainment. At least the guys that are rapping in the top. I guess it's not, because they're shooting people.
Yeah.
It's so conflicting because they're fake in the sense like all those guys snitched or agreed to snitch. But it's real. It's like they got RICO charges from federal agencies.
Yeah, man.
For shooting at people and shit. Another person that's on the same shit is, you probably don't even remember him because he was such short-lived. His name was Rallo, and he had a song with Future, and he had some songs. He was becoming a famous rapper, but at the same time, was the biggest drug dealer in Atlanta. He had a private plane. He had every car. He had barely had a hit song. He had a semi-hit song with Future and a semi-hit song with this, and he didn't have a rap career.
Yeah.
He funded it, and he obviously got Future on the song because he's rich. He made like $12 million. He had like 12 mil from selling drugs.
Okay.
He was flying it on private planes to locations like a dummy. I think at first he was like, yeah, I'm out of drug dealing, blah, blah, blah. I think it just got to him that people thought he was just a rapper. Because then he starts admitting to it. Like, this is drug money. I'm still a drug dealer.
Oh, no.
Gets on a plane with pounds of weed. And then he traffics it and they catch him. But you were out! You had a song with Future.
Terrible.
Future's the only artist this year that had a song on Billboard every week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I didn't think Future had songs out this year.
Yeah, he released a whole album back in like April.
Fuck, I'm so out of the loop on the mainstream
That's where
rappers.
Wait For You came from.
I don't even know who's that with.
Drake and Thames. I will wait for you.
I don't know that one.
Really?
I'm just out of these.
Holy.
I'm done with these rappers that rap about Gucci. I only want to hear kids rapping about killing each other. For now. I watched this documentary about Taylor Swift recently. It's a guilty of pleasure of mine. I like I liked her albums. I'm gonna admit it. I liked her albums like 2015, that shit.
Okay.
She's obviously one of the biggest pop stars of all time.
For sure.
Taylor Swift, obviously, she signed a deal for like 5-6 albums when she was like a kid.
Yep.
She wants her masters back.
What?
Right?
Why?
Well, because every artist does, especially at that caliber. That's in unlimited money
Okay.
for someone like her.
Okay.
She owns her publishing, but not the masters.
Okay.
So it means like she can do whatever she wants with her music. She doesn't own the original copies.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to buy them back
They said no.
Big Machine. Big Machine gets bought out by, I want to say Sony or UMG buys them out.
Right.
So now they own Taylor Swift masters, or publishing masters, whatever. At some point, Scooter Braun gets investors together and they buy Taylor Swift's her masters.
Yeah.
Scooter Braun is Justin Bieber's manager.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest A&Rs in music.
Yeah.
Who Taylor Swift doesn't like. She hated him.
Yeah.
Now, Taylor Swift is probably a pretentious piece of shit. Right?
I can
Spoiled, pretentious piece of shit. Fuck her. I'm not defending her. But I think it was smart is she owns the publishing. Means that she can record the songs
over and over again
all she wants. Meaning that if she re-records the songs, very slightly different, they're new songs.
Okay.
So what does Taylor Swift do? She says, fuck my masters. I'm going to rewrite every album that I ever recorded.
Is that why there's like Taylor's version and shit now?
Yes, and I didn't know that.
Oh,
this has been for months. I heard of Taylor's version.
Yeah.
And her concerts that sold out and all the money she made. So now she's in the process of re-recording all these like huge albums that she put out.
Yeah.
And now she can put them out and she owns the entire thing. And she can say fuck it on the old ones. Like, Scooter Braun will continue to make money from those. But she has the most loyal fans in music. I think it's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Her fans, she sold 120,000 vinyls. Harlow, what's wrong with you? You hit your nose off something?
She's sneezing, yeah.
120,000 vinyls on that, I think it was Red.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great song.
Insane.
I like that song.
So Weedy sold 5,000 copies of her digital copies, 5,000.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, in one format of media, sold 120,000 copies. Did like 1 million albums in a week on an album that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's amazing. No one else, who can do that?
Maybe Mariah Carey, I don't know.
I don't know if not that many people that could do that. Drake?
Yeah.
No, maybe
Any
not.
other female artist? I don't
think
so.
any other female artist could do
Beyonce?
it. Beyonce maybe.
Yeah.
Beyonce could probably do it. Yeah, Beyonce could probably do it. She has a Taylor Swift like following. She puts an album out tomorrow and it'll sell.
I was gonna say Madonna, but no way, not anymore.
I think she's lost her and like generations past, right?
Yeah,
Beyonce's still in the relevancy in music.
Shakira, maybe? No, not really.
She's going to jail for tax fraud.
J-Lo?
J-Lo's a fraud too. Didn't even sing her own songs. It'd be
Britney
tough.
Spears?
Britney Spears, maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe.
Because of the level of stuff with like her like.
She's in a similar
guarantor
position.
And all that, right?
Yeah, I think she's in a similar position. Her fans would love to see her come up.
Yeah.
She has a fan base that supports her too.
Yeah.
And she has a catalog of music.
Yeah.
It'd be very hard for most people to release their old albums.
Oh, for
and
sure.
go platinum.
Yeah.
And then tour off the strength of those old albums.
Yeah.
Crazy. Good for Taylor.
Good for Taylor.
You know? She said, fuck you. I bet she's the most spiteful person on the planet. Like, if she's petty, I bet.
She still doesn't forgive Kanye for that whole walk up, right?
I bet you she's the most petty motherfucker, but she's smart. And it worked for her.
Grew up in the industry, right? What do you do?
Yeah, exactly. She grew up in the industry since she was 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Our song and all that, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I have a guilty, I don't really listen to it now, but like when I was like 23 or 24, I like found Taylor Swift, and I was like, this shit's pretty banging. Steven and all those fucking songs about boys who are 14. Yeah, I get it, Taylor. Alrighty guys, this video is sponsored by BrokenGlassSupply.ca. Go check them out, they got all kinds of awesome cannabis paraphernalia, accessories, cleaning products. Go check them out. It's www.brokenglasssupply.ca. Yeah, so thank you for them for sponsoring this video.
Thank you.
Alrighty guys, so that is the end of this episode. I think we should probably go ahead and wrap it up. We've been going for how long now?
Hour 24.
Hour 24. This is probably our longest episode. Like I said, we're going to work on the new studio. We're going to get it to where it's supposed to be. And there won't be little quirky decor in the shot forever, hopefully. Maybe I can put a picture of Stalin up there or something. Mussolini, some dictator from the past.
Karl Marx.
No, Karl Marx. We don't support Karl Marx in this house. But we asked that you guys could subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. You could comment on this video. Tell Dan how stupid he is.
Hey, yeah. I'll take it.
We don't care. Insult the fuck out of us in the comments. Like the video because that does a lot for us as well. We're like a 5 like type of channel. We could get it to 10. That would be cool.
Hey, never know. You could be that like.
If you're the 10th like, I will masturbate in public.
No, you won't.
At this public square. Yes, I will.
Why
if we get this to 10 likes,
why
I will do it.
Want that?
No one's gonna see this.
Okay.
But if you do get the 10 likes, actually it's boosted to 15 likes.
How do we confirm that? You're just gonna sit there and be
you
like,
just have to trust that I did it.
Boys, I did it.
Just gotta trust that I did it. If we get to 15 likes, I will masturbate at the city public square downtown. So stay tuned for that. Just trust me, I'm gonna do it.
Pretty sus. I'm not doing it.
You want to join me?
No way.
Okay. Well, at least do the outro.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody. Episode 12. Like I said, Happy New Year. You'll probably hear this in the future. Obviously, stay safe. Enjoy your happy holidays. And yeah.
I'm Davey.
Catch you next time. Davey.
You're Dan.
I'm Dan.
We're going to shut the fuck up now.
All right. See ya.
Have a good day, guys.
Big cheese, no design on my jacket. Work hard and I'm changing my bracket. Talk tough, we ain't hear that racket. Dogs came in, you know how to stack it. Take it wrong, but I'ma need my ends though. I got tigers on my chest like Kenzo. Rail came, yeah, he putting that Benz though. Carol's here, man, you know he stay 10 toes. Big dog, man, you know I ain't worried. Bent up, so I'm talking real slurry. Got a blast, bro, I'm always in a hurry. Big Drake, shooting dirty like Curry. Take a yerky, ain't know he stay passed up. You don't catch him late night, then you ass out. No, Unc real, how to put it E-class up. They like, X nigga, how you take the fast route? 2018, it was me and Big